Hey guys, so today is the first devlog of Neon City Brawl. In this first devlog we'll present ourselves and what the project is about. Then we will see different parts of the beginnings of the project. So let's start with the presentation. We are a group of teenagers of 16 and 17 years old. We are living in France and we love video games. That's all you need for now. And if needed, we could later present ourselves more precisely and the role of each of us in the project. At school, we learned some basics of programming in Python, but it's not that much compared to what we want to create. We are passionate of video games from many years. We are playing a lot of different styles of game like MOBA with League of Legends, FPS with Counter-Strike and many others. Now let's say a few words about the project. So we want to create with Python and Pygame a game in 2 dimensions, very simple in the style of Mario, but with our graphic style and our mechanics. Our style is basically cyberpunk. We love the graphic that cyberpunk rejects, and I personally think that for first game cyberpunk is not a hard graphic style to create, and we can already find some good things on internet to help us. We want to fully create the game. We are creating our own graphics that you will see later in the video. We are already finding sound effects that we like, and we are coding ourselves with our basics that we learned in school and a lot of documentation around Pygame. To talk a little about this YouTube channel, we'll try to post sometimes devlog to follow the progress of the game, but devlogs will not be programmed like every Monday, for example. We will just randomly post it when we think we need to make a point about what we did and where we are in the project. Now that we have introduced ourselves and presented the project, we can talk about the few progresses that we made that first week. Firstly, we created our first character inspired of a random photo found on the internet. We don't already know if he will be the main character, but we created him to see how it looks like and if we had problem about creating it or something else. For now, we are just trying to look how graphics of character can look like. We also created some animation that you will see just after in the code progress. Then we also worked on the code. We've just started it, nothing special to say here. We just created basic variables of the game like width, height, clock, gravity and some colors. We created a pink background, which is better than a black one, and created a red line to apply gravity. We also created the first class, which is for characters. Around the character we created a load of images and some variables like speed, direction and a lot of other variables needed. We also created some functions that are important like the move function or the update action and update animation. About animation and action, we have 3 of them. Firstly, there is idle, which I'm pretty proud of it because it's the first time I create one and it looks pretty fine for me. You can also find the jump animation, which we tried a few different animation and we couldn't find a good one, so we will work on it for the next days and weeks. Finally, there is a run animation, and you can see that it's not really a success. It's very hard to create a good animation when you have actually no skills in graphics. We have concluded that in reality coding is for us not the hardest things like we thought, but the hardest one is actually graphics and animation. So for the next weeks we will work a lot on graphics and animation. So this is all for this first devlog. If you are interested in this project you can follow us. And do not hesitate to leave a comment if you have an idea, a suggestion, tips or any advice for us and the project. Thanks for watching and see you later in the next devlog.